Arguing about economics is like arguing about the best pizza topping. Everyone has their favorite and they'll defend it to the death, even if it's pineapple. But instead of pepperoni and cheese, we're talking about capitalism, communism, socialism, and those weird hybrid pizzas, mixed economies. Why do we even bother? Well, these systems dictate how a country functions, how resources are distributed, and who gets to be in charge. Basically, they decide whether you're eating caviar or ramen noodles for dinner. Understanding these systems is important, even if it sometimes feels like trying to understand your cat's obsession with chasing laser pointers. So buckle up, Buttercup. We're diving headfirst into the wacky world of economic systems. Capitalism is like that one friend who always lets you borrow their stuff, but deep down they're hoping you'll break it so they have an excuse to buy a new one. It's all about private ownership, competition, and the magical invisible hand of the market. Imagine a world where you can sell anything, from lemonade to spaceships. That's capitalism. You set up shop, compete with others, and hopefully rake in the dough. The government's role is about as hands-off as a cat pretending it doesn't want attention. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, of course. Capitalism can lead to inequality, where some people end up with mountains of cash while others are stuck searching for spare change. But hey, at least there's variety. You want a rainbow-sprinkled, diamond-encrusted smartphone case? Capitalism's got you covered. Communism is like that one friend who insists on splitting the bill evenly, even though they ordered the lobster and you had a side salad. It's all about equality, collective ownership, and the government deciding who gets what. Imagine a world where everyone shares everything: your house, your car, even your toothbrush. Hopefully you're still allowed to have your own toothbrush. That's communism in its purest form. The government, like an overenthusiastic party planner, controls all resources and distributes them equally among the people. In theory, it sounds lovely. Everyone's taken care of and there's no need for competition or greed. In practice, however, it's a bit more complicated. Who decides what's fair? Who cleans the communal bathroom? And what happens when someone decides they really want 2 scoops of ice cream instead of 1? These are just a few of the questions that have plagued communist countries throughout history. Socialism is like that friend who always offers to help you move, but then spends the entire time critiquing your furniture arrangement. It's like capitalism's slightly more idealistic sibling, aiming for a balance between individual freedom and social welfare. Imagine a world where essential services like healthcare and education are free, or at least heavily subsidized, and the government plays an active role in regulating the economy. That's socialism in a nutshell. It's about ensuring everyone has access to basic necessities and reducing inequality while still allowing for some degree of private ownership and individual initiative. Of course, the level of government involvement and the specific policies implemented can vary greatly depending on the country. This often leads to heated debates about what constitutes true socialism and whether it's even possible to achieve. A mixed economy is like a buffet where you can load your plate with a little bit of everything. Capitalism's entrepreneurial spirit, socialism's safety net, and maybe even a sprinkle of communism's communal ideals. Just don't tell anyone. Most countries today operate within some form of a mixed economy. They combine elements of free markets with government regulation and social welfare programs. Think of it as a delicate balancing act, trying to reap the benefits of different systems while minimizing their drawbacks. Of course, finding the right balance is about as easy as finding a unicorn riding a unicycle on a tightrope. Too much government intervention and you risk stifling innovation and individual freedom. Too little and you end up with rampant inequality and people using their life savings to pay for medical bills. So there you have it, folks. A crash course in economic systems presented with all the nuance and sophistication of a rubber chicken. The truth is, there's no one right answer when it comes to economics. Each system has its pros and cons, its passionate supporters, and its equally passionate detractors. Ultimately, it's up to each society to decide what values they prioritize and what kind of economic system best reflects those values. Just remember, whether you're a die-hard capitalist or a card-carrying communist, try to approach these discussions with an open mind, a healthy dose of skepticism, and maybe even a sense of humor. After all, arguing about economics is a lot like trying to herd cats. Entertaining for a while, but ultimately you're probably not going to change anyone's mind.